Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some SKALD against the Black Priory, shall we? Alright, so we're picking up where we left off with our last stream, and we've got a 3-person party now because our good buddy Roland is still alive and kicking, and now we can get into some really fun stuff. So if I push J to open our journal, we have our main quest, of course. We have several side quests, and another thing that I really appreciate about this game is that it keeps a very intricate quest log for you with all sorts of information. So the Santa Fury is on dry land near the lighthouse, and there is some more information about the Santa Fury that we need to start here from the center of the 3. And so we're going to kind of look out for that. And then we've got a deeper dark, which says one of the lighthouse keepers went mad and killed himself after dreaming of a strange blade. Now, we went down there and we went into the water, but we didn't find everything that was in the water. So there's a very good possibility that we can go back and find some more stuff down there. Looks like I have rested. I'm just going to go ahead and throw a quick save on, and we can go back out. We're going to have Dr. Incompetent be the party leader, and we'll just kind of wind our way down. Let me see the map. Actually, maybe you don't have a map. I just was like, I'll just check out the map. No, I don't think you do. Okay. Or at least not in that way. Is there a map? Journal, quests, factions. Okay. I don't see it. Hey, Siloom. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. So this is where we need to go. This is where all the shenanigans are happening with evil in the dark depths. And that's what this game is about. You know, Lovecraftian horror in the dark depths. We're going to go for it. So here's the bridge, and we found a path down in the water. We were able to open this chest with the key, but... Oh! We spotted something. Hey, what's this? Oh, there was like a hidden door back here. Now, wait a minute. Is this the Black Blade? Or is this just another way? Oh, it's like going into some kind of catacombs. You can see these are laid stone. Creeping through the narrow cobweb-covered tunnel, it occurs to you that you're likely the first to use it in decades. It appears that neither the smugglers nor whoever lies on the other end of the tunnel knew of its existence. The wall ahead is no doubt another door, and you put your shoulder to it. Expecting the massive slab of rock to be heavy, you're surprised to find it easily swings open, and you nearly stumble into the room ahead. It occurs to you that you've been, given the door's clever design, there would likely have been no way of finding this door from the other side. Wow, okay. So we made it. And this is a hidden passage to under the lighthouse, which we could already get. So this is actually super useful. We have this workstation where my character is great at crafting. So if I could make some potions, I could do it, but I don't know the recipe. Alex, good evening. Good to see you. So I don't have, any recipes right now for potions that I see, but that's okay. So we're going to exit. And this is handy because we can go back up and save it without having to walk all the way around. And let me just check. I do have my lantern equipped, don't I? I do. Okay. So now we're going to go back through. Heyo, Siloom. Firing on all cylinders already. A good pun right out of the gate. Lovecrafting indeed. So we're going to go down here. And we're going to try to explore a little bit more Oh, I left. I didn't mean to do that. Interesting. Enter the lighthouse. That took me off the map. Now, I really didn't expect that to happen. Huh. Okay, then. That's fine. That's the way out. Alright, now I know. So one of these places was where I went and dove under the water, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. We've already been here. We took care of this. What about down here? Is this it? Yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks like deep water time. Here it is. Alright. So we're diving in. So before, I just went to the west. Or I'm sorry, I went to the east directly, but I never went north. So let's go north. And it says a bend where the tunnel leads east or south. Sharp, limpet-like growths cover the wall, and take care. You take care not to cut yourself as you squeeze past. Ouch, that does look kind of sharp, right? So south will be back the way we came. So let's go east. This chamber is flat with a low ceiling and 3 tunnels leading north, east, and west. So west is back the way we came. I'm going to get some paper out. I need to write this down. We only have 6 rounds left, so we can't go too far away from oxygen. So we went east. No, I'm sorry. We went north and then east, and I'm going to go north again. Oh my god, look at that guy. The walls of this bulbous chamber are pockmarked with a dozen smaller tube-like holes leading deeper into the bedrock. As you contemplate the folly of sticking your hand into one of them, an eel-like creature darts from one of the holes and bites you, your flesh with tiny razor-sharp fangs. That's great. So he got hurt a little bit. You utter an underwater scream of pain and terror, but before you can act further, the creature has retreated back into one of the holes. So I wasted a round of oxygen. So in the future, don't go that way. We'll swim south, and we're back into this place. And we only have 4 rounds. So I'm going to go back and just get my air again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go west, and then we're going to go south, and then we're going to go west to get the air. All right. So it took a little damage, but only 1. That was not bad. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to dive in the tunnel. So we're going to go north, east. All right, north was the mistake. So we're going to go... Hey, Briggs, what's up, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. We're going to go east again. This chamber is bathed in a greenish glow coming from the eastern tunnel that leads to the surface. Huh. The western exit leads deeper into the cave system. So this is going to go to the surface. Let's go east. You break the surface and emerge into an alien world. The air is stale and damp, and the walls are so covered in algae and fungus that they almost appear to rise. Okay. Great. I honestly can't recall if we found this last time. Oh no, we did not. Oh my god, what is this? Like some kind of sacrificial altar? It doesn't look good. You see desiccated corpse. Great. You enter into the larger chamber ahead, and the temperature drops noticeably. As the swirling dust and ghostly vapors subside, you make out the intimidating form of an ancient carved monolith. There's that symbol again, that spiral. Painted on its face, you can make out the crude shape of a red spiral. Carefully arranged before the monolith lies 2 diminutive desiccated corpses, and along the edges of the chamber stand strange urns of unknown design. The chamber has an aura of age beyond comprehension, and your head begins to spin as you realize you may be the first to set foot in it for millennia. We shouldn't be here, Cat whispers behind you. Leave. 2 desiccated corpses lie carefully placed on a carved stone slab. There is a deliberateness in their arrangement that gives the strong impression of forgotten secrets and ancient rituals. Scattered about the corpses are several strange-looking metal instruments. So, healing +5 would allow me to examine the corpses. I don't think I have that, but I definitely have lore +5 with my main character. So, he has a lore of 7. So we'll try it. Carefully brushing away dust and cobwebs, you survey the oddly shaped instruments. Their shapes vary from small blades to hooks and other stranger forms. Even a cursory examination reveals that these instruments were likely used on the corpses, but as far as you can tell, they do not seem to be embalming tools. Okay, so here's me. When I see the word instruments, I'm thinking musical instruments. Then I realize, oh my god, we don't mean that. We mean tools for treating corpses. Instead, they seem more like primitive imitations of the tools imperial surgeons use. As you stand there pondering the strange scene before you, your eyes fall on a small wooden box. Examine the box. Here's the dagger. The weathered box crumbles as you touch it, revealing an ancient knife of exquisitely carved greenish stone. With trembling hands, you pick it up, and for a moment, the air around you seems to become charged with eldritch energies. Okay, so this is bad. So eldritch energies, not what you're hoping for, but pretty much what you expect on this island. Sounds die down, and your nostrils fill with the metallic tinge of ozone. No doubt, this is the object Matthias, the lighthouse keeper, asked you to retrieve. So this is for the quest. Now, I will remind you, when Mbala, I believe that's her name, woman that we were sent to find, when she did her magic when we were kids together, you smelled that tinge of ozone. Now, I don't know if that's just a global descriptor of magic in this universe, or if there's somehow a connection between Mbala's powers and this place, and this spiral and what we see here. A sickly, wet, bubbling sound snaps you back into focus. All around you, the clay jars begin to stir, and then, one after another, they burst with loud cracks as a thick substance pours from them. To your horror, the viscous substance begins to move of its own volition toward you. Oh boy. We got ourselves into an old-fashioned dust-up. Blood will flow. Okay, so there's, these are level 4 oozes. They have +6 to hit. They do 1 to 8 damage. They're immune to crits, blindness, deafness, disease, panic. But they don't like fire or electrical damage. Okay. That's enough of that. So what we're going to do is Roland will be up in the front. Hey, Biscuit. Good evening, my friend. I know. We got some jellies here. Because of my D&D experience, whenever I see oozes, I always check them to see if they have the ability to, like, destroy your equipment, you know? These don't seem to. They just probably do some kind of acid damage to you on attack. Ooh, Silube, it is a sticky situation. All right, we're going to leave Roland up front. We're going to move Chat to the back. And we're going to move Dr. Incompetent also to the back. Then begin combat. Okay, so this guy got to go first. And it is now Cat's turn. We will... Oh, do you not have any arrows? I forgot about that. I've got to craft her some arrows. Yeah, I mean, I have, like, bad arrows. There's the ritual dagger. An ancient dagger. I don't think we should use that. You know, evil dagger, probably not something that we want to use. She actually has a good dagger. She has the keen masterwork scimitar. So that's alright. So what we're going to do is say, okay, this guy right here is it the next ooze that gets to go? No. This ooze gets to go next. Okay. So I'm going to move Cat up. She can move 4. And we can attack. And hopefully kill this thing. It really is. Sounds like it. Describes it. Charge +2. We did damage, but as you could see, it said resistant to slashing damage. So, does resistant mean half damage? 50%. So damage reduced by 4. Oof. It still took a lot of damage, though. Okay. So I'm being confronted, unfortunately, with a couple of jerks, but I could Flaming Fist. Targets any opponent or ally adjacent to the caster. Deals 4 to 8 magical damage, plus my magical aptitude. And my magical aptitude, oops. Let me see if I can get the descriptor on that again. Maybe not. Anyway, I could use Flaming Fist on this guy. What's the, let's do it. They're weak to fire. I don't think I did what I wanted it to do. I think, let me look at the log. Targets any opponent or ally adjacent to the caster. I don't understand. Did I not hit it? I don't know what just happened right there. I'm not going to use that spell again, though. What don't I get about this? Targets anyone. I targeted it. It's supposed to do damage. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Thank you. No, you're right. Diagonal is not adjacent in this game. That's a great point. It's strange, though, as I learned the game, that it let me do it. Okay, anyway. Oh, let me cast a different spell then. Let's just do Magic Missile. So let me try to kill the one that's up by her. Actually, no, we need to clean this out. Alright, 8 damage. And then, my man, can you precise strike? Oh, you gotta move. He can't move, though. Whoops. If I try to move him, he will get attack. Like, they will get an attack of opportunity on him. Eh, not my best battle. That's okay. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, they took some damage. This guy's been poisoned. Okay. So, Cat, can you finish this guy off? No, you don't do that much damage to them. I could switch to a club. So, like, I have this crude club. I also have this light club. Now, this is bad, but it would do full damage because this guy doesn't have resistance to it. But I think it's okay to just hit it again. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to try this again. Alright, almost got that guy killed. Can you kill this? I'll say. He got it. Alright, so she's taken some damage. She's actually almost going to take damage through her initial hit points. So you can see her vitality is at 1, and she's about to take wound damage, which we'd really like to avoid. I could heal her. Vitality, attunement, brandy, cure disease, cure poison, stone skin. I'm actually going to drink it. Hey, Michael. Good evening, my friend. Yeah, the music is awesome, isn't it? It's retro music. Pity Wonk. Thank you so much, my friend. Good evening. Good to see you. All right, we're going to drink this. Just so, in case you're new to this game, you have a green bar of vitality, which is kind of like easy to restore hit points, but then you have a purple bar of wounds, and that's much more difficult to heal. And if your wounds bar goes to 0, then you are knocked out. So I'm going to go ahead and use a potion to have that not happen to her. And I will, I could just disengage with her if I wanted, but I'll go ahead and just hit it again. And then let me magic missile and hit this guy in the face. And hit it again. Good. Okay, it's dead. And then Roland can just do his thing, precise strike this guy. Alright. Roland's getting poisoned pretty badly, that's okay. What I want to do is move her all the way down here. And then she's built up a bunch of momentum to charge and did 5 damage. I don't think I want to use any more magic on this guy. I've already used too much. I can't reach the target though, so I can just kind of prepare to do it later. I'm just going to go ahead and fight defensively. And let's see, can you kill it? Nope. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, but he's just rolling. He's standing in there, and because of all of his heavy armor, I think he's just not taking damage. Let me look at the log. Like, it did 1. You see, yeah, here's his armor. So Roland takes damage from the ooze. Incoming amount, 2. But it was a crit, so it went to 4. But then he soaked 4 of it, and then took some acid damage, basically, that he couldn't soak. So he's doing just fine. She was getting wrecked. But we got this. There it is. Okay. 246 experience. We will take it. We got some protoplasma. We'll loot it all. Okay. So we got the dagger. Silube. Isn't that the truth? They learned. They knew they were going to lose. They knew that they've been oozing it. They still did it anyway. Oozes till the very end. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go back to camp and turn this in. We're going to dive in the tunnel. So to get back, all we have to do is go east. Okay, that's not the right way. Sorry. I lied. West. And then we need to go west, south, west. Made it. Okay, let's bail. Let's turn in this quest. Let's see if we can get anything. I'm not going to tempt fate. I'll tell you what I really like is a recipe for how to make some potions. Particularly... Oh, we don't need to do it this way. We can be really sneaky about this. We could take the back door. Particularly some potions that would restore my magical energy. So I'm going to go back up this way and use the secret door that we found to connect to the bottom of the lighthouse here. Go up the steps. And we go up the steps again. Talk to the lighthouse keeper. You're back. I knew ye'd seek safe harbor once more, drawn to the light like lost moths. Well then, sit, rest, make yourself at home. There might still be some stew left. I found the blade. Show it, the old man stammers excitedly. As you reveal the blade to him, his eyes widen, and he tentatively reaches out for it. It's beautiful. It's my precious. Then his jaw clenches in determination, and he recoils in apparent disgust. But it's evil. Cursed, I tell you. Oh, good job. He had the willpower. How so? Don't you feel it? It has power and hunger. I want nothing to do with this. Take it and bring it far away from here. Destroy it. All I would ask is that you don't throw it in the ocean. There are beings there that would wield it. We'll see. Alright. So we completed a quest called A Deeper Dark. In any case, I promise to make it worth your while, and I will. Take this. The old man hands you an amulet. This will serve you well on your journeys. It'll keep your body strong and free of disease. That being said, I would ask another thing of you. Go on. This here beacon, Zald's keeping the horrors of the island from my throat. It'd be cool, Alex, if it was. Thing is, oil is running low, and I got nary a drop left in storage. I need you to find me some oil before darkness takes us. I see. Thing is, the oil was coming from the mainland on ships through Horan. Then things went dark, and now there's no way for me to get to it. If it's still in Horan, there's a good chance it'll be sitting on one of the warehouses in the harbor. I'll do my best. I'll get it for you, buddy. That's all I ask. I'll be waiting here for you, tending the fire as best I can. I should get going. You're a fool to go. There's nothing beyond the light but despair and... But I'll be here. I know. Okay. Oh, cat leveled up. So let's select her and push L. She got some vitality. Alright. So I've kind of, I was thinking about making her good with ranged weapons, but the dagger is a light weapon as well, so I didn't really commit too hard into it. And I probably want to boost up thievery so that she's better at doing the job of picking locks. This is a utility thing, but in games such as this, when there's treasure to be had, I want all the treasure. I don't want a lock stopping me. So at the expense of making her better in combat, I'm going to be cranking this. So this already gave me a boost to thievery. But if I go here, 1, 2, 3. We got the boost there, and then we just put 1 point in this and we get even more thievery. So I'm really going far into it. I don't care that much about stealth. Hiding in combat is interesting if I want her to, sneak around and backstab. That's not a bad idea. But, stealth is also practical. If she's controlling the party and you have her stealth, I think it uses her role. So there's that for if we wanted to sneak by something. So that's pretty cool. We're going to save and exit. I'm fine with that. Now, I should have so much food. I don't think I need to cook. Oh, I can make vegetable soup. Now let me have him make it, because he's incredible at it. And we'll always craft 2. Okay, great. Can't make anything else right now, but that's okay. So, oh, that's right. We got an amulet. Let's check this out. Oh, I think he must have given us some of this food. This amulet of perfect health grants the wearer immunity to disease. So I'm going to give it to Roland because he's going to be, up at the front of combat all the time. There he goes. This dagger, I'm sure we could equip it, but he said it's cursed. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to keep away from it. It's too creepy for me. If I rest, I can get my magic points back. It's a bit greedy, but I'm going to do it. I need to go back to the guy and buy some arrows for Kat. She's out. One. Two. Okay. I don't know a lot about these different items here. You can see the recipes that the different foods are used in. I'll go ahead and eat a fish and a potato. And a fish and a mushroom. And we will keep with this format here, and we will go ahead and begin rest. That was success for everybody. So Roland got us a ration, we got some extra experience, and we made 1 arrow. It's not tremendous, but it's something. And now we can pretty much leave this map, I think, and press on. We need to go to Horan, which we could do. I don't think there's a quicker way to do this. I don't think you can just leave to the main map. Although I could probably... yeah. Anyway, I'll click this. This will get me there. I'm always checking for secrets. I was going to say, I don't think I went this way. We got a mushroom. Just seeing if there's anything hidden. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Didn't they say dry land by the lighthouse is where the clue was? Let me look at my journal. And then there was something about the 3. So it says... The Fury is supposed to be found on dry land and near the lighthouse. And then this says, from the center of the 3, the Santa Fury made her flight. Okay. So maybe I need to be on a different map. I'm going to look for anything that, you know, might clearly be a 3, like a cluster of rocks or something near the lighthouse. I don't see anything immediately showing up. There's this grave right here. I did not dig it up. I don't want to. I'm trying to play it cool here on this island. There's some steps up here that we could climb up, or we could just walk around. Yeah, okay. I don't see the 3, but maybe we can get a ship later and we'll find it. Alright, let's try to make it to Horan. I don't think I can walk across to that. Can I? No. Well, we know where the old guy is. Oh, there's a little boat right there. By the way, I don't know if you can get, like, ambushed on the overworld. I'm just running around wildly. We'll just go here because I want to go talk to the seller. See what we can buy. We need the arrows, whatever this guy's got. Oh, where'd this dude go? Oh, he's out here, okay. Let's trade. Okay, so he's got a bunch of potions. I have an okay amount of gold. A necklace. Alright. I don't have any, amazing way to sell stuff at the moment. How many lockpicks do I have? 3? I definitely want those. I've got 2 rope, 3 lockpicks. That's pretty good. The number 1 potion for me is the Lesser Attunement Tonic. So I'm going to go ahead and sell the Jade Necklace. And all of these are just trinkets. We could sell these bone combs. Hey, who dat? What's up, my friend? Thanks for subscribing. I'm going to sell this. Sell that. Sell this. 6 for the Moonstone. 1. 1. 1. Okay. So we got a little bit of money. Not a lot. The hood. Oh boy. I'm keeping the armor. This item can't be traded. Its value is 1,000. I mean, that's a lot. Okay. So, how much are arrows? 2 gold? Okay. I'd like at least 10 for now. And then I'm going to buy 1, 2. Oh boy. 3. I'm going to get a couple of lockpicks. There we go. Okay. I'm okay with this. Now I'm going to buy some more arrows. There. It's so much easier when I can have cat firing arrows. Okay. Okay, what's this boat do if I go to it? Broken bodies and debris litter the rocky shores of Idra. In the distance, you can make out what appears to be the remains of the Zephyr's hull. Oh, it's our ship. Enter. Well, maybe we can find some more party members. What do we got here? Sorrow Eater. That's a name. Leeks. Okay, we can cook with all this. This is good. Nothing like foraging. There's a bunch of fish just hung up. Okay. Who's this dude? Thanks for finding a way out of that bloody cave. Oh, this is the guy that we rescued. If them crabs hadn't gotten me, the thirst would have. Can you imagine slowly going insane in the darkness, all alone and dying? The man shudders. Yeah, now that you describe it, it's pretty sad. A small group of exhausted figures sit huddled around a small campfire. You recognize them immediately as a small group of survivors from the Zephyr. One of the men suddenly notices you, and the men stumble to their feet, smiling at you and waving you over to their meager fire. Attack. Approach peacefully. I spotted something. Hi guys, I found this. And there was some supplies. I'm just going to take everything that you had. Don't worry about me. And, I could sleep here, I guess, if I wanted. Who are these guys? They got a cook pot. A gaunt-faced man that looks like he's spent more years at sea than ashore stands before you. If you recall, this was the Zephyr's first mate. You remember his crewmates calling him Snow. He offers a smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes as you approach. Greet the man. I had not expected to see you alive, mercenary, but you stood up for us on the Zephyr, and you saved the lives of some of my men. So I'm glad you made it. Your crew didn't deserve to be slaughtered. Nonetheless, it did us little good. I've never seen anything like that beast before. The way it tore the ship apart? And this island. Something is wrong here. What curse has befallen us? All I know is we need to work together if we're to survive. There's no disagreeing with this, though my men and I have naught to offer save our fire and what shelter these huts may provide. There are beds inside if you require, but little else. There is one last thing, a favor I'd ask of you. Go on. If you come across any more of my men, tell them where to find me. Both I and the guild will thank you, if you do. Snow turns his back on you and joins his men around the fire. I have some questions. What can I do for you? I know. Alex, it always does, my friend. The goblin can't stay inside. There's loot, and we must find it. What was it that attacked the Zephyr? I've never seen anything like it. There are beasts in the depths, but nothing like this. It was like something out of a sailor's nightmare. Blessed dead. How will we ever get off this island? I got some more questions for you, buddy. What do you know about this place? I've been here before, years ago. Didn't leave Horan back then, but it was nothing but a backwater port like any other, full of people not too fond of strangers and superstitious fishermen. Nothing like now. Go on. Don't you feel it? Air smells strange, like right before a thunderstorm. And the beasts, I tell you, I've sailed round the Empire for near on 20 years, and I've never seen creatures like these. And then there are the men. The men? Aye, we saw men stalking the fog. Dangerous men, I thought. Then I came across some of their handiwork. Tommen and Dill, the cabin boy. Black arrows in their back, and both of them. Best to keep away from them. I got other questions. About the survivors. What about them? Where should I look? Currents brought us straight ashore, so if the dead are with us, any survivors would have landed on this here shoreline. You might also want to start by searching the cliffs just to the north. Also, others are bound to have landed in the same area where you landed. Finally, there's a lighthouse to the southeast, and some may have headed there. So I've saved some of these guys. I know I have. Leave. I talked to him pretty good. One of the wretched sailors from the Zephyr. The man looks torn, tattered, and exhausted. As you approach, the sailor offers a tired but grateful smile. Talk to Snow if you want something. Okay, same thing. Alright, time to goblin this whole area. Rope? I'll take it. He's like, but that rope, we need it. It's free rope. It's for me. I'm sure you understand. I really like how in this game, which, you know, has this Commodore 64 feel to it with the color palette and MIDI soundtrack, I like how they've worked in, you know, like foraging and gathering from kind of more open world contemporary games. You're right, Alex, that is the first step. However, I don't have a problem. The only problem is that there's not enough loot, if you know what I mean. What's this? Yes, a mashed potatoes recipe. I love mashed potatoes. Let's read this up. So we need buttercream and potatoes. Ooh, I don't have the butter and the cream, but I appreciate the recipe nonetheless. Do you wish to hire this mercenary for 300 gold? Oh, it's a blank character that you get to create from scratch and add to your party. So I want to do this. I love doing this in games. However, I don't have the money right now anyway, but I don't know if this is one of those games where like Pathfinder or whatever, that you're going to get enough story characters to fill your party and you don't need a mercenary. And this is more like if you want to really customize your party. So I'll just remember that. And we'll, hire him later. There's a bunch of eggs if I can make that climbing check. Oh my god, is this like a... Maybe these are quick travel. Monoliths. The grim monolith rises from the rugged landscape, ancient and weathered. The stone must have stood here for centuries. Painted on it are crude spiral-shaped runes, and at the base of the monolith lie piles of eggshells, flowers, and fish bones. Examine it closer. Your eyes are drawn in by the mesmerizing spiral symbol. For a brief moment, it almost seems to shift. You avert your eyes and instead shift a small pile of offerings with your foot. It occurs to you that these can't be more than a few weeks old, or perhaps days. Yikes. Spotted something. We're going to have to go down by the shore, but that's okay. This is a big area of map right here. Oh, okay, great. A lot of stuff we can sell. Wonderful. Oh, there's a treasure. Alright, so she needs to open it. We're going to pick the lock. She crushed it. We got a scale, an amethyst, a rusty bread knife, some gold, and a potion of heroism. All of that stuff is great. I'm thrilled with it. Laying ahead of you, like some gargantuan beached sea creature, are the smashed remains of the Zephyr. You shudder to think of the monstrosity that caused the demise of the once elegant ship. What manner of terror was that creature? Cat muses as if reading your mind. The ship is utterly shattered with its hull broken in half. It seems impossible that the ship would have remained afloat for long enough to settle on these cliffs in its current condition. It's almost as if something placed it here, though for what reason you can only guess. As far as you can tell, there is currently no way into the ship, though that may change as the shift in tides. Interesting, okay. So we can't get there yet, but maybe as the tides shift. Alright, what's this? Interesting. Alright, I'm not going to leave the map yet. I'm going to keep exploring. Bunch of flowers up here. Need to find a climbing path or something. Oh no, I can just walk around. Or that. Maybe in the town I can get some alchemical recipes. It's gonna be a game changer when I can. Oh my god. A sudden sound makes you stop dead in your tracks. Someone or something is charging towards you through the tall grass. Who goes there? A woman, dressed in the livery of the Nautical Guild, emerges from the fog. Panic is written on her face and she's panting heavily. They're right behind me, the woman shouts excitedly. Leva, what's going on? Cat grabs the woman by the shoulders. What are you talking about? A pack of lean, growling predators emerges from the fog. The hounds snarl, then lunge at you. Oh boy. Steel thyself. Okay. Oh, there's a... Looks like the other person is with us. I hope we get her. Okay. So there's 4 doggos, and we're going to put spellcaster over here. Bow person here. Rolo over here to try to protect this lady. Let's go. Man, armor is so good. Okay. Which dog still gets to go? The one that's above me? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just use Precise Strike and try to kill this one. I think I might have hit the one next to me on accident. Anyway. You should have a bunch of arrows here. Okay, good. Wait, this one... Where's its health? Is there a way to show the enemy's hit points? Because I know I hit something. Direhound took 15 damage. When I look at it like this... Oh yeah, here it is. Vitality 0. Yeah, just one shot should kill it. There we go. Dead. Okay. One. Oh, she's getting really, really injured. Hey, Pity, thanks for subscribing, my friend. And it's Roland's turn, so let's just go ahead and slash. Got it. Shoot. She missed. That's bad. You used to be beautiful. Okay, good. Now there's just one left. Oh my god, she died! Darn! I wonder if I could do that again. Hopefully she's just knocked out. Her body disappeared. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't go well. I really am tempted to, like, save the game. I know, Siloom. I don't know if you can get that person, but I'm going to save it and just see if I can reload. Like, is there an autosave? Where was this? This was done... Let's just see where this is. I know. Whoops, indeed. I'll have to focus on the animals that are on her. Okay, this isn't too bad. I'm just going to replay this and see if I can save her. If I can't, I can't. Whatever. But she may be a party member. She may not. It didn't seem too big of a deal. She didn't have a picture. So it might not be the case, but I'd rather try to save somebody's life if I can. I didn't think that she'd be that easy to kill. But I should have. I'm going to quick save it as I get closer to that moment. Alright, so we don't have to read it. We already did it. Got the quest. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we just start stealing all the stuff. Here's the mercenary, here's the mashed potatoes recipe. That's incredibly important. Oh, look at this. Treyo, that's awesome, my friend. Oh my gosh, yes. War Tales is brutal like that, isn't it? When I first booted that game up, I didn't think it was going to be that difficult or that easy to lose people, and it was. So it looks like what you find is random. So I got mashed potatoes last time, but this time I found a potion of Fortify Will, which is actually better because I had no potions. So I could potentially make that now and get some will potions going. So it's really cool that it's not a fixed recipe that I found right there. Because honestly, at first I was like super excited to find mashed potatoes, but then it said you needed butter and milk, and I haven't come across that yet. So I was like, well, you know, later on that'll be good. I'm going to just F5 to save it. Alright, so she can climb this. This is actually really hard. I'm going to fix the rope. Why bother climbing it? Yeah, this game is sweet. I've been having a great time with it. Okay, so no reason to climb it. We can just get all these eggs. Alright. We have so many ropes that I'll take it. I'm thinking that those are probably fast travel monoliths at some, you know, but we just don't know enough to use them yet. This is all the same loot. So is that... Oh, dope. Actually, that's fine. It'll auto-save it anyway when we come into the new area. And we can go try to fight these doggos. Alright. So, we got a protector. We're going to keep rolling here. I'm going to put Cat down here and the spellcaster over here. Okay. So, Cat, we're going to switch to the bow. Oops. We're going to go to inventory, double click on these arrows, and then I'm just going to shoot right here. Good. They're surrounding Roland, which is perfect. They do basically no damage to him. Oh no, they really hurt her. Alright, that's one down. Did she hit something? No, that was, Roland got attacked. Okay, that's fine. Ah, she missed. Alright, we got one. No, don't move it. Oh, it ran away. Thank God. She, like, moved up to fight it. If it would have turned back around and killed her, that would have been so sad. But we should be able to make it now. Here we go. Dead. Alright, now, does anything happen different? She's still here. Bless you for saving my hide. I saw smoke rising from the south. That's right. Oh, Treyo, is that a Dark Tower reference? I only read the first, I think, 3 of those. Bless you for saving my hide. I saw smoke rising from the south, and I was making my way there when these mongrels picked up my scent. I need to get going But be sure to come visit the camp. I might have some things to trade. Okay, great. So we saved a merchant, basically, and we got a 50 extra experience, which is enough to level up Roland here. So he gets a bunch of vitality, because he's awesome. And what are we doing? We put points into this so that we could boost up his armor, and we unlocked, like, heavy armor. This just gives him a bonus to it. What's vicious? 2% crit chance. Multi-attack. Oof. That's right. That's right, my friend. I forgot about that. Addison, how's it going? Oh, that's awesome, my friend. I'm so glad you're finding them to be helpful. Look at this. 6 ranks is multi-attack. You know, in my D&D campaign that I'm playing, my character recently got level 5, and level 5 is just such a big power spike for fighter-type characters when you get that second attack per round. It's so insane. I think a second attack per round would be incredible. I could boost this to just get myself some more damage and accuracy, though. That's actually pretty good, too. But I can't say no to 2 attacks a round. It's just so sweet. Hey, thank you, Treyo. I appreciate that, my friend. I'm going to go ahead and just pump over here. We're going to do this. Oh, maybe I can't until I... No, I can. Vicious. Athletics. I'm going for it. Brutality, baby. Save and exit. He's already actually really good at surviving, so the idea that I could just add on an extra attack per round is so good. Alright, we got a bunch of mushrooms. Now we got it. Bunch of flowers over here. Yeah, Treyo, we're just looking for the big irons, my friend. Then we'll be ready to go. I think I lost Eddie on one of these islands. Alright, let's see where she went and see what she's selling. I don't see her in there. Good to see you again. Okay, here we go. This is the one we saved. So they have a crude longbow. This is more damage than what she has, but it's less crit. A crowbar. Ooh, nice. A pickaxe. I think I want these functional items just for the party itself. Like, I want a crowbar, and I want a pickaxe. Pumpkin is good as food. Egg cluster would help us make these potions. Buttons. Hood. Pumpkin. I'll take all your gold. Okay. Sweet. I'm going to save it now. And then I think now we're pretty good to go off of this screen. Now, I don't know if you could just find random stuff on the map, or if it's only places that have an interaction. Well, what happened? Uh-oh. There must have been a screen here that I didn't see. Alright, time to explore. The winding coastal road constricts as steep cliffs press in from the north. The dense fog reduces visibility to a mere stone's throw, and you feel an uneasiness rise in your stomach. Exactly, Treo. Hey, Mateo, what's up, my friend? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Addison, it really is. It's like a throwback, classic RPG in terms of its style. But it's a modern game, so it has all these nice quality of life touches. It's just a really cool feel. Then, as in response to your concern, a bizarre, monstrous growl echoes through the cliffs ahead of you, frozen mid-step. You scan the mists when the unmistaken stench of rotting flesh is wafted toward you. Something large and deadly lies ahead. Roland places his hand on the hilt of his weapon as he scowls into the mist. Keep your wits about you. I fear we may have our work cut out for us. So I could be a jerk and I could say, I don't need your advice, old man. Or I could be respectful of my elders and say, what do you recommend? I say we forge ahead, but let's keep our wits about us. Well, you did say that. I'm inclined to agree with the big man, Kat adds as she looks around nervously. I don't need your advice. Okay, let's go. You swallow hard as you ponder the dangers may lay ahead. Yeah, exactly, Treo. It is like that, right? Where, it has the graphics of a Nintendo game, or if slightly better, but doesn't punish you with a lot of the minimal features of Nintendo games. Difficulty 1. Warda is a dangerous place where you can quickly end up facing very dangerous beings. Sometimes the best tactic is to leave a fight for later as you level up and gather more equipment and allies. Okay? Remember that you can change the difficulty of the game at any time. You can even create your own custom difficulty. Play the game you want it. Okay? So I have it just on normal difficulty right now, but they're telling me, things about to get nuts. You carefully pick your way forward when movement on the top of the cliffs catches your eyes. Robed and hooded figures emerge as they appear to be dragging something toward the edge of the cliff. More of the rabid dog, spits Roland. To your horror, you realize what the party is dragging. A naked man and woman, bound and gagged, are struggling desperately as they are mercilessly pushed toward the edge of the cliff. No, whispers Kat, almost too loud. We have to do something. Look around. One of the cultists shouts and points toward the surf in elation. Utter terror fills the eyes of the moribund couple. You follow their gaze and turn to see emerging from the surf a creature of sheer horror, larger than any sea creature you fought so far. A hulking shape greedily waddles toward the base of the cliffs, pincers snapping and tentacles squirming greedily. Before you can react further, the cultists hurl the two naked forms from the cliffs. The pair impact the ground below with a sickening splat, and with surprising speed, the hulking beast falls upon their remains. Standing transfixed, you watched as the horror consumes the remains of the unfortunate wretches. Sickening snaps and wet pops fill the air as the creature feeds. Oh my god, look at that thing. All the while, the robed cultist stands swaying and chanting on the ledge above. Okay, so I could attack it, I could sneak, or I could sink to my knees and join in the worship. So I'm not good at any of these things. I could try stealth, and she's okay, but I have to get a 10 or above. This is an incredibly difficult roll. So this is probably where they're talking about where I might need to come back later. Oh, I actually hit the roll. Okay. Well then, fair enough. You don't dare to breathe as you slowly pick your way back the way you came. Exactly, my friend. It is Yogg-Sothoth. It's terrifying. We're exhausted, though. As soon as you feel you're certain out of the sight, panic takes over and you run as fast as you can. By the time you stop, you're utterly exhausted, but at least you're still alive. Okay, so we can't go that way. There's that big scary thing. She's exhausted, which means, ooh, it's actually really bad. Lots of negatives until we rest. That's fine, we can go rest. Honestly, I thought that's what we were supposed to do, but maybe I'm supposed to move over from the lighthouse in some way. I don't have a boat, though. Well, I'm confused. Okay, let's see what I can cook. I can actually make a lot, so we're going to have him cook it, craft it, and we can make an omelet. The omelet here makes, farmer's omelet makes 12, mushroom omelet 14 food, so it's slightly better. We'll craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Time to rest. We need to get rid of her negative status. We get to restore our magic anyway, so this is fine. Actually, take that back. Use this and... There we go. Okay, great. So we got an arrow, we got a ration, we got some experience as well. Alright. And I guess we press on. No, I mean, this is the way I have to go through that nightmare. So what's interesting is, like, they're saying, well, you don't want to go that way because it's too hard. But, or maybe I do need to fight that thing. I just can't find any other ways to, like, level up or anything. There's nothing else for me to do here. Okay, we're going to have to save it and just go fight it. We successfully ran away. Maybe they're gone. Like, maybe we can get through now. Oh, okay, yeah, now I can get through. Okay, I thought that was going to happen every single time, but in that case we were able to run. Before you, the unmistakable mess, squalor, and desperation of a refugee camp sprawls around a small farmstead like a festering wound. Enter. I like festering wounds. Let's see what they got. Hi. A soldier, dressed in the ragged remains of what you assume is the livery of Horan. He looks hungry, shaken, and on edge. Talk to the Chamberlain over in the barn if you want something. Just leave me alone. Okay. Alright. That's what they want. They want to be left alone. Entering the ragged camp, you notice a small crowd nearby, arranged in an inward-looking ring. Wow, in the center stands a formidable armored woman. She carries an unmistakable air of authority, and the insignia on her armor marks her as a cleric of the Order of Sepulchites. Old Blue Eyes. The tattered band of refugees surrounding her are agitated and shouting over one another. But there are so few of us. Horan was home to 200. and we're but a few score left, cries a ragged man with tears in his eyes. By the golden corpses, there must be survivors. You know, that's an expression that I often use in my own life, by the golden corpses. I say it at least 3 or 4 times a day. And who are we to send? Half of us won't live through next market day, and the other half ain't fit to hold as much as a stick, an old crone interjects, panic quivering in her voice. The crowd erupts into a cacophony of desperate appeals. The cleric raises her arms and the crowd falls silent. Her sonorous voice rings out. We may indeed be cursed, but Alden is right. There may yet be survivors in Horan, and it's my duty to go to their aid, or at least to learn what fate befell them. The assembly erupts again, some blessing the cleric in tears of hope, others clinging to her robes while pleading for her to not risk her life. Through the crowd, the woman catches sight of you and nods curtly. She turns away and begins to load up on supplies, no doubt intent on making good on her promise to the panicked refugees. No, cleric lady, we need a healer. Why don't you come with us? The imposing cleric holds up a palm in greeting. Welcome to our new home, stranger. The people of this island know me as Drina. I serve the Golden Dead and this camp. These people are under my protection. What brings you here? I was heading to Horan. Drina nods and smiles to a passing refugee before leaning in close to you and asking in a low voice, and what business did you have in Horan? I was looking for someone. Here on Idra? That may prove to be a difficult task given the tempest that's engulfed this island. How so? She leans back, her eyes still flinty. Are you not aware of the situation here? These people say the island is surely doomed. Her eyes bore into you, gauging your reaction. And what say you? There is always hope, in this life or beyond it. However, I have seen things these last days that I cannot readily explain or reconcile with my faith. Our graveyards have been overflowing as of late with stranger killing stranger for no good reason. And worse, I think, brother and brother, husband and wife. It's become a tide of ruin. I implored the governor to intervene and investigate, but as usual he did nothing but cower in his villa and peer over his walls. Go on. Then, a few nights ago, pandemonium erupted. Bands of armed men and women roamed the town, hacking down anyone they came across. Some folks claim that they did not die on the spot, or those that did not die on the spot were dragged away to suffer some unknown fate. My order and I joined what sane guardsmen remained in the chaos and tried to stem the tide, but we were driven from the city in the panicked exodus that followed. We considered retaking the town, but we had scores of wounded, so we retreated. Better to save the lives not yet lost. Isn't that true, Trejo? I always wanted to play that game from the movie Big. It looked cool. We set up this camp to regroup and to care for the wounded, but a shadow hangs over us. The wounded do not recover, and those still on their feet slowly lose their mind or hearts. What do you intend to do now? We need answers. Drina gestures at the refugees languishing in the camp before continuing. And it's my duty to seek them out, if they exist. I must venture to find a way back into Horan, and thence somewhere darker, I fear. Failing that, the situation here in camp is getting untenable. Anything that can be done to improve it will be a small victory. Are you planning to go alone? If I must, doomed or not, it's all dust in the end, and I intend to die in armor. But from what I can tell, we must both tread the same terrible path. Though our reasons may differ, surely there is safety to be had in numbers? There is no room, but I'll help you. I care not for helping. No, no, no. Indeed, let's join forces. Excellent. Drina's face lights for an instant. These people, my people, I feel their pain, and we will mourn together later. For now, they deserve answers, and by the Emperor's bones, I will get them sewn. Hey, Michael, what's up, my friend? Thanks for subscribing. I got some questions. Drina looks expectantly at you, one brow arched. Do you know Mbala? Drina fidgets with a heavy-looking ring on her finger while she listens to your description of a, I keep saying Mbala, like Shambhala, I guess. It's just Embla. Sorry, Embla. She's certainly not in the camp, and I can't say I remember seeing her in Horan, but perhaps that bodes well for your quest. How so? One of the primary tasks of my order is to care for the dead, and I can say with certainty that I didn't lay to rest anyone matching her description before the fall of Horan. Do you have any suggestions where to look? Beyond traveling to Horan, you may want to ask around here in camp. A few of the merchants survived. Perhaps she visited one during her stay? I see. I had some other questions. Addison, you know it does kind of look like that, right? Who do you think attacked Horan? The Reavers came from inside the town. I recognize some of them as sailors, fishermen, and whalers, locals, mostly from old Idran families. Perhaps they belong to one of the lodges? Lodges? Yes. There are long traditions on Idra for the fishermen and sailors to band together in fellowships known as lodges. From what I understand, they serve mainly as combines for fair distribution of the day's catch, but there are persistent rumors of them serving other purposes too. Rumors? Our order is an imperial one. The locals would be loath to discuss such things with us, but I've always suspected they practiced pre-imperial customs of ocean worship, including offerings to ensure safe travel and bountiful catches. Yeah, I've seen a lot of pre-imperial stuff. I see. It's time to go. Before we leave, we should seek out Marcus, our leader of sorts. He's holed up in the stable trying to organize this mess of a camp. Holy ashes, no one tries harder than him, but the task at hand is monumental, and he needs help. All right. So we got a new party member, and it's time to level her up. So she is now level 5. She got 16 vitality and 12 attunement. Bam. So let's see what she's all about as a cleric. She's about religious training, divine spellcasting, and cleric weapons initiate. So, you know, we have a choice of where we want to tilt this character. Do we want to make her more of a fighter, more of a healer? We're definitely going to take religious training and see what this is. Increased vitality, increased healing. Okay, this is kind of like her passive tree. We'll do spellcasting, sure. Body magic, body school, mind magic, and spirit magic. And then this is all about, yeah, you could use a shield, that's great. Club, yeah. Bear strength, aura of fear, blessing touch. You know what's interesting is, like, increased healing, it gives her the healing skill, but it's not like she has, at least from what I can see, spells that heal in combat. Adds blessed. Adds strength. Clears the senses. So what do I want to do with her? I'm going to give her this. Give her some spells. What is Phalanx? While wielding a shield, get a dodge bonus for adjacent allies. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, let's make her tanky. I always like it anyway. Club accuracy. I don't see any armor training, though. Like, where is that for you? Will, toughness, healing, diplomacy, toughness. Here it is. It's way down here. There you go. So she's already proficient with it. This would just give her a bonus if we had it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go further with the body magic. Like that. And then boost her healing. And her diplomacy is fine. Just taking all the level 1 bonus stuff for now. I think this is pretty good. And here's her spell. Serpent's Grace. Here it is. Lay on Hands. Okay. So Lay on Hands is healing, and then moderate poison allows her to cure it. I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 spells. And then regeneration, moderate Lay on Hands, fleet of foot. What's pestilence? Make people diseased. Okay. We're definitely taking moderate Lay on Hands. Do I want regeneration or do I want, like, fleet of foot? I just like her being healing. This is fine. Great. So now she's stacked. Let me see. What do you have equipment-wise? She's got her own armor here. She's got this mace. She has a regular shield. Do you want this? No, that's terrible for you. Okay. She can roll with what she's got. She's got the most diplomacy, I think. Yeah, she has a 5. So she's the one that's going to be buying and selling at all shops and doing probably most negotiation. She has a 5 at healing. Okay. Yeah, we'll have her lead the party for now as we just kind of explore. The woman before you has the rugged and vital look of a life lived on the frontier. Though her clothes are rich and tailor-made, she wades through ankle-deep mud with rolled-up sleeves, hefting heavy crates of goods off a broken cart. Do you need help? And then the poor lonely woman would owe you a debt of gratitude. Is that it? She snarls. The woman hefts the crate back onto the cart with a sigh. Forgive me, I'm not myself. There's not been much rest for me amid the chaos, all this jabbering about the end of all mankind. It's starting to wear on me. In any case, I am Maja. I ran an emporium in Horan. But you are not from Horan, are you? Maja's eyes light up with suspicion. What brings you to Idra, A rescue mission. I'll ask no more, but it seems my merchant's intuition was right. Either way, we may yet be of help to each other. Maja hefts the last of her crates off the damaged cart and into her makeshift tent. And I still have a modest selection of wares with me, I see. So, what's it to be? Do you know Embla? I can't say I remember seeing her. Doesn't mean I didn't. My emporium was always busy. Franzo, the camp cook, used to own the main inn. You'll find him near the stables. If anyone saw her, it'd be him. Thanks. What happened to Horan? I wish I could tell you. Things have felt queer on Idra for a while. Folks in Horan started changing. People I'd known for years became mean, hard. Violence and cruelty grew so common we stopped noticing it. Just last week, my neighbor, her children, Maja's voice falters and her eyes begin to glisten with tears. Well, Silem, sometimes you do need to lay on feet. A soothing foot can be all it takes. You know what, Treyo, I think I remember Gemfire. Was that a Sega Genesis game? Oh, you know what? No, they had... Gemfire was also on Nintendo. They released that for several systems. It was a... Yeah, you're right. It was a Koei game. Like, the company that made all those Romance of the Three Kingdoms games also made Gemfire. I remember that one. A few days ago, I was out of town taking supplies to one of the whaling vessels. On the way back, at sunset, I spotted a clutch of people tearing towards us on foot from the outskirts of Horan, covered in blood and shrieking. My mare was so spooked that she bolted and broke her leg in the half-light. Poor old Aga. I had to help her pass on. When the townsfolk reached us, they regained their senses and told us such terrible stories. Go on. Stories of raving madmen rampaging across the town by night. Let's just say not even children were spared. But they didn't kill everyone. Some were taken to who knows where. We heard screams on the wind for days afterward. It was clear there was no going back. I see, there was something else? You know, what you got on sale? Only what I had with me when Horan fell, but I'd be delighted to show you. There's still some quality I'm known for. Yeah. You're known for garbage. I'll take it off your hands for a pittance of its value. Let's see. This is crude stuff. She has regular arrows. Okay, let's go ahead and sell her my baubles, but we need her to... You can see she gets... Like, if I tried to sell this, 1, 9, or 7. So, yeah, she gets way better prices. So, we're going to sell... that's Scrimshaw. There it is. Alright, we got a little bit more money. Not much. I'm not loaded with much. Ooh, you know what? I hadn't been paying attention to this closely enough, but I have a weight. I've been just carrying everything, so I'm luckily not at my max carry weight, but we're getting there, so I need to start getting rid of stuff. I don't think anybody wants this poor chainmail anymore, and this does sell pretty well, so I'm going to sell it. This studded leather is probably good enough to keep. Rags, I don't see how we need rags. Crude club. I mean, I have a bunch of different types of weapons. I don't need 2 shovels. Now, actually, you might need 2 shovels. Then I'd feel bad, but they didn't stack. So this recipe, I've already learned this. Can I just sell it? I mean... I'll tell you what. I'm going to sell the mushroom omelet. And then I'm going to leave and just... Hopefully I can still craft that. Okay. If I need to buy more arrows and stuff, she's our lady. But for now, I'm just going to look around. My insides hurt. So the people with the gray outline don't seem like they got much going on. It's the blue ones that we want. Bloody vermin. What's this? The stench of disease and moans of the dying lie thick in the air of the makeshift infirmary. An aging cleric shuffles back and forth as he tries as best he can to tend to the patients. He exchanges a worried glance with Drina. Oh boy. This is the guy we gotta talk to, I think. I have no time. Okay. You've got plenty of time. Ooh, there's plenty to loot in this place. Or is this just my stuff? Pick that lock. What you got? What's this? Masterwork? Wait, what was that? Wow. Look at this. +1 strength. Enchanted gloves. Yes, we stole it, but it's to save the island. Yeah. You see bed. Yeah, you're darn right I see a bed. Ooh, here's a recipe. Baked onions. Just onions. That's how you bake them. Just need an oven. Who's this? I got too much on my mind. Alright. Can I make some baked onions? Here. I made them. You're darn right. Ooh, another recipe. Mushroom soup. Read it. Here we go. Yeah, Siloom, that's a good one, right? Liberated. Repurposed. Or you could say rescued. You know, there's a lot of good words. A balding man with a hard, wrinkled face the texture of old leather stands leaning against the wall of the farmhouse. He's thoughtfully chewing a straw as he dejectedly surveys the muddy chaos that was once his well-kept farm. Oh, I didn't find any gauntlets inside. Approach. The man mutters something under his breath and spits as a group of refugees pass. As he notices you lingering, he fixes you with a bitter frown. What do you want? More leeches come to bleed me? Is this your farm? He scoffs. If you could still call it that, it's ruined. All my crops are trampled and my goats are gone. We're going to starve next year thanks to this catastrophe. I'm sorry to hear that. Wait, I got some questions, buddy. How do you feel about the camp? Bloody wretches, they could have gone anywhere, but my farms were closest, and now they've picked me clean and trampled my fields. We're ruined. I love my response, which is, I see. Can you imagine somebody telling you this, and you're like, I see? The man's eyes narrow. Never mind, buddy. It's been real. I'm glad to have spoken with you. You are a very cool guy. Try the Chamberlain if you need something. I'll try the Chamber Pot. Oh, stuff to steal. What's this? Acid resistance, vitality? Heck yeah. Oh my god, stuffed animal. That didn't look right. Alright, Chamberlain's got to be in here, right? There he is. I sleep in the stables. Oh, there's a mercenary to hire if we want. Oh, he looks happy. The man before you has the look of a high-ranking imperial bureaucrat. However, there is little pomp left in him now. His robes are ragged, his cheeks hollowed. His spectacles cracked. He mumbles to himself as he despondently pores over stacks of papers and maps. Ahem? He looks up at you with a start. What's this then? More mouths to feed, or by some miracle do you come laden with supplies, medicine, and men-at-arms? Drina gives the man a strict look. Marcus, we're in no position to turn allies away. Common courtesy will go a long way. Isn't that right, Trejo? Careful, little man. Say nothing. The man sighs and sinks further back in his seat. Forgive me, I'm not myself. The world seems to be coming undone, and I am left holding the pieces. He wipes his balding head with a piece of cloth. Marcus Stonehold, at your service, Chamberlain, to the most glorious office of the Governor of Idra. He makes a sharp little bow, his words dripping sarcasm. How may I be of assistance? Trying to get to Horan. Go there if you will, but entering Horan may indeed prove a tall order. Township's been overrun by madmen. Hundreds lie dead in the street, and those who remain cling to life on this barren plot of farmland. As for the city gates, they've been sealed, and our attackers have left us no way back into the city. But what happened? It started some days ago. I was awoken in the middle of the night by the governor's guards. They told me we were under attack, and that packs of crazed brigands were already roaming the streets, spilling blood by the riverful. I never saw such chaos before. The dead lay strewn in the streets, and we had to sneak from corner to corner just to get away with our lives. By some stroke of luck, we came upon Drina and a handful of other guards and managed to make our way to the gate with what survivors we could find. We set up this camp whilst well, frankly, I don't know. All I can do is try to keep us alive till tomorrow. What can I do to help? He lets out a sigh. Oh, where to start? This camp is a disaster. There's no medicine for the sick and wounded, while madmen and beasts bay for our blood at the gates. The haggard man wipes his brow. Go on. The people are starving around us. Already the very young and the very old have begun to pass, and soon none of us will have the strength to fight should the Reavers come for us. In other words, we need food, and we need it fast. Talk to Franco. He's serving as our cook and quartermaster, and he might know where to start. You'll find him just outside the barn. And you mentioned a disease outbreak? Indeed. Disease is spreading in camp. Hierophant Droll has set up a makeshift infirmary in the main house, but so far he's had little luck in combating the infection. Help him, and you will have helped us all. I'll do my best. Marcus sighs deeply. If there's nothing else my migraine needs tending to, amongst other things, the Chamberlain gestures to the piles of papers surrounding him. Wait, I have some questions. What do you want to know? Is there no way of getting into Horan? I'd say no. Ivan the Ranger is keeping the city under watch, and he reports that the Reavers have sealed its gates. We found no other way of entering it. Though what you expect to find in there, save a gruesome death, is beyond me. But what do you intend to do then? Sit here and wait for death? Certainly not. But with the state this camp is in, it's all we can do to keep death from our throats. If we're ever to hold out until reinforcements arrive, much less retake the town, then we must do what we can to gather our strength. For now, that means food and medicine. I had some other questions. Any idea who the madmen who attacked Horan are? From what I hear, these men were bands of local fishermen and sailors, but why would they do something like this? Horan was their home, and for all his shortcomings, there were few imperial officials as lenient as the governor. Where's the governor now? I didn't see him as we made our strategic retreat. I can only assume he died in the chaos. I know, doesn't it look like that, Siloom? This guy killed a medium squid. Medium, small, medium. And the cruelest joke of all, that leaves me, the ranking imperial official on the island. Got some questions regarding work. Never mind. Okay, buddy, I got you. So we know who we need to talk to. We got to talk to the this guy. Who's this guy? A man with leather skin, covered in sailor's tattoos, approaches. Greetings. Name's Donovan. Dono for short. And I'm here looking for someone a lot like you. For what? Well, begging your pardon, but you look less covered in poop than the rest of this lot, and able to carry a blade, my lord. I serve on this vessel, Weather Maiden. I'm here on the orders of my first mate, Zara. I'll see what I can do. Hey, Fady, good evening. So I need to go talk to the Weather Maiden's captain. Better you talk to her yourself. We're holed up in a large sea cave west of here, while the Maiden is undergoing repairs. Zara will be waiting for you there. Here, I'll show you on your map. Dono indicates the position 66 by 91 on your map of the Outer Isles. I must ask you not to delay. All right, buddy. Dono. He offers a clumsy bow before making his way out of camp, heading northwest. All right. Let's talk to the cook. Look at this guy. I'd eat his stew. I bet he makes a mean grilled cheese. You approach a haggard-looking man wearing a threadbare cook's apron. I don't know what you heard, but there's no food for you here. No food for anyone, he growls. Complain to the Chamberlain if you want, just leave me alone. The Chamberlain said you need help. The cook's eyes meet yours for the first time. Honestly, the situation is beyond dire. People are starving by the day, and we have no supplies. The old, the sick, the young, they're all dying off at this rate. Got any ideas? Well, none of us have the strength or courage left to venture out of sight of the camp to hunt or forage. The cook looks you up and down, but you look capable enough. You could go beyond the walls and look for something more substantial. These people can't live on vegetable and broth alone. Well, they might be able to. They need to eat. They need meat and fat, especially if there's fighting to be had. Any idea where I should look? His cheese is known far and wide. I do indeed. Franzo leans in. Old Jacob owns this farm. It might not seem like much to a mainlander, but here on Indra, this farm here is large enough. You see, Jacob and his family had a large flock of goats when the calamities started, right over there in the enclosure behind us. Go on. Now the old man told the Chamberlain that the beast bolted when the calamities started, that it drove them all insane and they scattered into the hills. Well, that may be rightly so, but I have my suspicions. You're saying he hid the animals away? Look, I can't say I blame the man. Us refugees have made a mess of his farm, and if we find hands on those animals, we'll surely fall upon them like locusts. It would ruin him, and truly it would be a shame if the man lost his livelihood, but better that than having to see his children starve. Now you best get going. I see people have started eyeing the rats. I'll see what I can do. Alright. Well, we're looking for a secret. A secret with goats. I'm looking for your goats, Jacob. Let's talk to him. Mano y mano. I wanted to ask you some questions. About your animals. What of them? What happened to them? Dead. They must be. Ran off into the forest when the sky fell, and nothing survives in that emperor's forsaken place for long. So I can athletics or diplomacy. Let's see. What kind of diplomacy do I have? She's got enough. The old man shifts uncomfortably. He looks down at his feet and sighs. I know it ain't right, but we borrowed hard from the Freelanders Guild to build this farm, and my goats, they're all I have left. If I lose them too, I'm done for. Me, my wife, and son. In detriment for the lot of us. Look, buddy, I don't care about your dentures or where you put them. You need to save everybody. Where are the animals? The farmer hesitates for a moment and his face hardens. Screw you and this rotten pack of beggars and thieves. I'll die before I tell you. That could be arranged. I could fight him. We'll see. Okay. We'll find him, buddy. The woman looks tired and sad as she wanders around the farmhouse. My poor boy, she mutters. What's wrong with your boy? Poor Aiden's stuck outside in the rain and fog. Jacob won't let him come home, not as long as... The woman looks at you apprehensively for a bit. Not as long as these people are on our land. Aiden has to keep the goats safe. Up a hidden glen. Ah, up in the hidden glen, you say? Exactly, Trejo. Ah, this stew is delicious. Has anyone asked Jacob about it? Don't worry, Jacob is enjoying the stew in his own way. I could check on him. Thank you so much. Go to the old goat enclosure east of our house and find the hole in the fence to the north. If you look careful, you'll find some tracks. Follow them, and they should take you right to the glen. And please don't tell Jacob I talked to you. He only cares for the animals, and he has a horrible temper. Jeez. I'll see what I can do. We'll get the goats, and we'll put Jacob in the stew. It's going to be glorious. All right, let's talk about the medicine. The gray-bearded cleric is thoughtfully wiping blood off his hands as you approach him. Oh, forgive me, I didn't see you there. Are you sick? Fever? Stomach pains? Bloody stool? Well, now that you mention it, my stool... Wait, no, I don't think so. Should I be worried? The man examines your eyes and looks in your mouth. No, you seem fine. Sadly, many are not so lucky. Is it as bad as we suspected? Drina asks. Drawl leans in and his voice drops to a whisper. I fear it is worse. Some sort of infection is spreading, and so far I've been unable to cure it with neither spell nor concoction. I am, in fact, at my wit's end. A note of desperation creeps into the old man's voice. Anything I could do to help? If I can't find a cure, this outbreak may be the death of us all, though I wouldn't know where to start. That is, the old man furrows his brow. What? A woman, Hannah, came to me with her boy, struck down by the outbreak. She appeared a simple girl, and when she pleaded with me to look for a folk remedy, I chided her for it, called her foolish. Surely imperial medicine would prevail. Perhaps I was the fool. I wish now I had listened to her. She left camp, but I think she could be found in the little cottage south of here. I beg you, seek her out on my behalf and hear what she has to say. Okay, buddy. I got some questions for you, though. About the outbreak. No, I need to get going. Alright. I could trade with him if I wanted to, but we should be alright. Okay. So we have a lot of quests to do. Who's this? A little kid? The child is ragged and mudding and crying in big sobs. As you approach, she wipes her nose and looks up at you, her eyes widening somewhat at the sight of Roland. Huh. I'd prefer we just got on with our work. What's wrong? I can't find Froggart. I just had him and I was playing and now he's gone. Oh, I found him. He's all alone. Who's Froggart? Froggart's small and green and fluffy and he's my best friend and I've lost him. Is this him? Froggart! The girl snatches the stuffed animal from you and showers it with hugs and kisses. She then turns towards you, but instead of giving you a hug, she dashes past you and throws her arms around Roland's waist. The old warrior looks startled at the sudden show of affection. All right, girl, you've had your frog back. There's proper work to be done for now. The girl steps back. Froggart says thank you. Glad to help. Despite the squalor surrounding the girl, she's now smiling from ear to ear. Froggart's glad to be back. Hey, do you want to play a game? All right. It's a rhyme. All the kids in my street play it, or at least we used to. She hesitates for a moment before proceeding with renewed vigor. The movements are, let's write this down. Left, left, both, right, both, skip. Left, left, both, right, both, skip. Let's try them first and we can add the words. Let's try. You and Marcia face each other and you can help but feel a little out of place as you engage in the clapping game with the small girl. Okay. Left, left, both, right, both, skip. You did it. Now let's add the words. Just say them after me. You and Marcia proceed to repeat the pattern. This time the girl begins to recite a rhyme. Beware, beware, don't dare to sleep. It brings you dreams of ebb and flow, of churning seas and dreadful deep, and waves that lay the mountains low. I don't like this game anymore. But fear the mother most of all. Awake before you hear her bell. 1,000 young will hear her call. And that was how the giants fell. That's not a good one. Drina cuts in with a surprisingly harsh tone. Girl, where did you learn such a superstitious bilge? Marcia looks up at Drina with a startled look. All the children are doing it. I thought... Drina's face softens slightly. I don't think it's fitting, my girl. Certainly not now. Let's get going on our way. Yeah, I know. My parents died, sir. Frogget killed them. And now Frogget's going to kill you. What? Who's this person? Sigh. You approach a man sweating profusely and caked in dirt. He's hunched over and panting, seemingly winded from the hard work of digging graves. Who goes there? The man jolts to hefting his shovel as a weapon. I'm not looking for trouble. Why so jumpy? Why so jumpy, he asks. Well, since you ask, I drew the short straw, and it's fallen upon my wretched shoulders to bury the dead. He shoots Drina a sulking glance. And if I don't get back to it, I'll be food for the fellhounds, and before you know it. Fellhounds? Haven't you seen them? Bloody monsters roam the hills in packs. I ain't never seen hounds like these before, hulking and diseased-looking. Come at night, they do. Dig up the graves I dig and eat the dead, right out of their very graves. Yeah, I fought them. Drina whispers a few words under her breath. Continue. In the distance, a howl sounds, and the man straightens up like some prey animal sensing a predator. He briefly squints into the perpetual twilight that covers the island before grabbing his shovel and redoubling his efforts toward finishing his work. Run back to camp. I'll finish the job. The man looks at you with slight confusion, then pushes his shovel into your hands. He thanks you profusely and runs back to camp. Drina nods in approval. That was a good deed. Get to work. There are 2 corpses wrapped in linen before you. Their graves have been dug, but they still need to be filled in. Examine them. The corpses are a man and woman. Perhaps they were once man and wife. They look well fed, and there's no apparent cause of death. Drina looks stoically at the pair. They are with the Emperors now, though I wonder what killed them. I don't think she has the healing skill to investigate them. Oh, it's not a... It's a roll. Okay, yeah, she could do this. She crushed it. As you look the corpses over, you notice that their abdomens seem distended beyond that of simple corpse gas. You apprehensively poke at the swelling, and to your horror, the mass begins to squirm and shift. Oh my god. So I can hastily bury them, or I can cut them open to kill the whatever's inside. So this is an interesting question of what to do. Is this the infection that's plaguing the town? And would cutting them open give us any insight, right? That's the only reason I'm going to do this, but this is a bad idea. With trembling hands, you cut into the pallid flesh and expose the entrails of the corpse. Drina leans in over your shoulder. Those entrails don't look... Her words are cut short as the, quote, entrails whip out of the wound in a mass of squirming, eyeless worms. Panicked, you frantically scuttle away from the tiny, snapping orifices when Roland charges past you with the shovel raised. Oh, Roland to the rescue. The shovel makes short work of the tiny terrors until both corpse and monster is reduced to a pulpy mass. Ashen-faced from horror, you push the broken corpses into their graves and quickly begin piling dirt on them. As you work, Drina begins chanting. You could say, I could just finish the work, or I could be like, hey, stop that. Help me out. Your words offer comfort. She smiles slightly. So many have died the last days without proper burial or receiving their rites of sepulchration. This offers me some small peace of mind. You finish the work in silence. You wipe the grime from your face as you finish the grim task. Sadly, you suspect these are far from the last graves that will be made for the poor refugees of Horan before this is over. The darkness of night is pressing in around you, and as you prepare to leave, you notice movement just past the edge of the darkness. Before you can manage to call out, slavering horrors charge at you. Alright, it's these doggos. Now, they get to go first, unfortunately. So we're going to use the terrain to our advantage. Roland can go here. Spellcaster here. Archer here. And let's go. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move back one more step. Just so that it's possible that they can't move and attack us. Yeah, they still did. Alright, they're trying to come around the side. That's not going to do. Alright, Rolly, go ahead and hit this one. Nice. Now, what do you have? Imperial Litany. What's this? Targets the character themselves. Fortified Will. So you can't be fearful or panicked. That's okay. We don't really need that. Just hit it. Okay. Spellcaster. Just going to go ahead and Magic Missile. And I want to try to eliminate this target. That'll do it. And you can shoot the one right there. Got it. We just soak so much damage with heavy armor. It's really nice. Okay. It is Roland's turn. That is a critical strike. Now, unfortunately, he moved up, but that's alright. You should be able to hit that. It's dead. I'm going to save magic points, and I'm going to move out of the way and be defensive. And she can shoot this. Good, good. Hit Roland. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. How far can you move? 3? This is fine. Just gonna go ahead and defend again. Shoot it. Crit. Bam. Love it. Okay. So we can loot all this. Saved a bunch of magic. Lantern. Extra shovel if we need it. And these are all corpses that you could dig up if you're, you know, that kind of person, but we're not. Alright, we're gonna go up here. Oh, another fight. Okay. What is this? Giant snake. Oh boy. Okay. And more giant snakes. That's fine. So I'm going to put Roland. Actually, he's okay where he is. Cat, you can go here. Spellcaster here. There we go. Alright, Cat, can you shoot it? That's a yes. Alright, so I was going to try to save magic, but let's just go ahead and kill some stuff. There you go. That's good work. I'll just wait. Why don't you come to us? Can't reach the target. Bam! Backstabbed it. Crushed it. Alright, go ahead and just defend. Don't need to use any more magic. This is fine. Alright. Crit it again. Only 3 damage though, not the dream crit that we were hoping for. I'm just going to defend. Let it come to us again. Alright, there it is. Ooh, it actually got to move and attack. Now I'm surprised about that. Critical backstab. Now that time, got it. It's a good fight in there. See, you were worried about your crops, dude, but your crops are in great shape. Don't worry. Man, this farmer was so off. There's plenty of food for all the people. I mean, of course, it's in my inventory and I'm not sharing, but at the same time... Oh, is this the cottage with the person who knows the spell? Like the remedy? A tired-looking young woman is rocking back and forth, cradling a sick-looking child in her arms. The child whimpers in pain as the mother tries desperately to soothe him. Are you Hannah? The woman peers up at you, her eyes wide and desperate. What's it to you? The old Ars sends you? Well, it don't matter now. My Ali's sick. He needs medicine. Medicine? Yes. Oh, if I only could visit Mother Katak. The woman says she might not be able to help my Alan, but dead emperors knows if the old woman's even still alive. Who's Mother Katak? An old woman who's provided us with remedies for as long as I can remember. She lives in the forest, deep in the island's interior. But they say it's not safe to stray from the camp, and I couldn't leave my boy in any case. But you could go. If you could tell her Hannah sent you, she'll know just what I need to cure Alan's. I'll do it for the red price. Drina, can you help? Drina touches the child's hands and forehead and examines the child's mouth. This infection is beyond me, she says in a low voice. Drawl was right. If this Mother Katak does indeed have a cure, we'll do well paying her a visit. We'll see what we can do. The mother clasps your hands. The golden dead bless you. Now wait a minute. I don't even know if that's a good thing or not. I suppose the clerics will want the medicine for the camp, but I beg of this of you. Bring me a dose to Alan first, please. I don't think he has long left. Okay. Can I take your recipe? Cheese plate. Don't mind me, I'm just reading this recipe for a cheese plate. I got it. Boy, that looks good. Apple, cheddar, sheep's milk cheese. Man, I want that plate now. Now that you mention it. We're gonna get a cheese plate. Don't you worry, lady. I mean, remedy. Yes. Amazing remedy. It'll be found. Rapidly. Just give me a few moments, and I'll get that remedy for you. Pumpkins. Oh, man. We're really getting... What's this? Carrots. Oh, treasure trove. We're going to have food for days. Alright. I mean, I know this guy said he took out a loan on his farm, but boy, it's a nice looking farm. I could see that. It's going to be a shame when it goes into collections and it all goes to me. Oh, this is where the goats went. Dozens of cloven hooves have churned a path through the mud heading north into the foothills. Now, awareness plus 4 plus. You fail to make any additional information. Okay, so nobody has the awareness. I could go to the Hidden Glen, though, if I want. Pick up this and this. Sweet. Alright, I got all the stuff I can pick up. So now we have a bunch of quests. We have a bunch of side quests to do. We got the main quest. We got the side quest. Everything's listed here. We've got all sorts of information in the journal. We got a 4th party member. And we leveled up. Got the black dagger. Got some really, really nice magical items. And we're cooking with gas. Everyone, I am still loving this game. I am so impressed with how it keeps opening up. The writing is very good. The quests, I can't wait to go do them. I'm really invested in this world. Yeah, I'd like to play more, but it is indeed my bedtime. I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for coming out to the stream tonight, playing some SKALD. We are going to be playing Stellaris on stream tomorrow night. I'm going to start a new game and see if I could just understand the game even more. Just keep learning that game. It's so deep, it's so complex, but it seems awesome. I'm excited. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day. Siloom, Treo, Fading, Michael, Mateo, Pity, Alex, Addison, Elder Biscuit, everybody out there, take care. Have a great one.